Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up.
Hi guys, what is going on? Welcome to Jacob McDonald Fitness, but today we're going to do a rugby tutorial, similar to the others, but today I'm sort of just going to give my opinion. I'm not going to teach any specific skills, but basically, to play in the back three, on the wing or fullback. Today I'm going to cover fullback. That's a position I've played for a couple of years. Usually, I've played every single position in the back line except for halfback, but fullback's something I really enjoyed, and if you've got a certain skill set, it's amazing. So it really opens up your game. So playing the fullback, there's two main things I used to get worried about, which was being the last defender, obviously, and not only that, but catching the ball when they kick the ball down to you. So if you've got those two skills down pat, your game completely opens up. If you're confident in your defence, being a fullback can make you the hero. It can either make you the hero or the villain, And even if you do miss that last tackle, you're not really the villain. They don't give a fuck. Everyone knows it's hard being a fullback. So, when you do, that's defence. Everyone, to position yourself towards your defensive line or back depends on how far up the field you are. If they're camped in their try line, you're going to want to be back in case they kick it, because most probably they are going to kick it. If you're in your half and they've got the ball, you're probably going to want to be further up towards the line in case they do break the line, because they're so close to their try line that if they break the line and they break you, they're pretty much going to score. Whereas if they broke the line down that way, not only would your wingers be coming back, but your whole team would be coming back. Even though you're right the way back waiting for a kick, you can slowly come up and meet them, and hopefully it'll be all good. But anyways, if they do kick it, you catch it, get that out of the way, you're going to have three options. As I said before, which area of the field you're in is going to determine what option is going to be best, obviously. If they kick it and you catch it on the halfway line, you're probably going to want to counter-attack and not kick it. If you catch it and you're in your own 22, obviously that means that you can then kick the ball out on the full, and the line out will be where it is. If you're outside the 22, or the ball was carried into the 22 from outside, or passed from outside, then you can't kick it out on the full, because it's going to come right back and the opposition's going to get the line out where you kicked it, because that's a penalty. So once you got that down, you can decide whether to kick it. You catch it in your own 22, it's either going to be a kick for a sideline, whichever sideline is going to be your best. A really good fullback would probably be ambidextrous with their feet. I'm not. So if I'm cornered, and I have to do a left-footed kick, it's usually pretty fucking shit, or I try and step my way out of it to then use my right foot. Now that can be really dodgy, but it can get you out of a pretty shit situation, and I've done it heaps of times. So if you're confident enough and you're light enough on your feet, you can do that. Not everyone's going to be able to kick, both feet. So you either kick it, or you pass it, or you run. So with you and your wingers are going to be working together. Hopefully your wingers see that the kick comes, they come back, they're behind you, you've got the ball in the middle of the field, or you might be on the side, you sort of run to the middle, and then you've got options, man. So you look up, and what are your options? You can either run to a winger's side, draw and pass, and try and get them a gap. You can run this way, they can cut under you, you can give it to them, and they can frickin' try and get a gap. You can, use them as decoys, give a dummy, and then try and slice through. Because obviously, with all this time, the defense is watching you, and everyone's watching you, man. With the ball as the fullback, everyone's watching you. So whichever direction you go, everyone's going to follow. They might only, follow a couple of meters, but they're going to follow. So that is condensing all of the opposition into that part of the field. You can then fire a big pass out to your winger or someone in the open, and that's how gaps are created. So what I like to do is catch the ball. I like to look up. First thing you want to do is look up, assess the situation. You don't want to start running with your head down, because who knows what could be in front of you. If you look up, you've got 30 meters of space. That's when the fun starts. So that's when, if you are in your 22, kick it, I'd say most times. If you can see that the defense is lagging, also if the fullback is up you can then run up to the line and do a chip over the top and just run straight through and score. You know, I've done that a couple of times. So there's plenty of options for being a fullback. It's an amazing position. I hope you guys got something out of this. Pass both ways, have a nice kick on you, have a good step, because when you get that ball down the back and you choose a direction, as I said, they're going to be following you. All you have to do is put a nice step on them, and you know, gaps open up everywhere. So good luck, guys. Have a cracker of a game. That was my 2 cents on the matter. It's an awesome position. Rugby is gaining traction. I love it. Peace, guys. See you in the next one.